Good morning, Cullman, and thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Monday, September 30th. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on a donation from Cullman Regional Foundation, local schools shining at the Cullman County Band Exhibition, and our local lineman headed to Tennessee. All this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. On Saturday, September 28th, at approximately 12:33 p.m., a tragic two-vehicle accident claimed the life of a Jasper resident. Gary A. Decatur, 45, suffered fatal injuries after being ejected from his 2005 Honda VT 750 Shadow Aero motorcycle. The crash occurred when Decatur collided with a 2022 Honda CR-V driven by 26-year-old Sean M. Hatcher from Birmingham. It was reported that Decatur was not wearing a helmet at the time of the incident and was pronounced dead at the scene. The accident took place on County Road 222, about 7 miles west of Bremen within Cullman County. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Highway Patrol Division continues to investigate the circumstances surrounding the crash. Next up, yesterday morning, crews from the Cullman Power Board, consisting of linemen, groundmen, and right-of-way staff, set out for East Tennessee. Their mission, to assist with power restoration efforts following the devastating effects of Hurricane Helene, which left thousands in the region without electricity. The dedicated team includes Cody Mallon, Blake Overton, Hayden Twilley, Justin Davis, Brandon Harbison, Madison Pearson, Ronnie Duke, and Clint Reeves. The Cullman community is encouraged to keep these workers and their families in their thoughts and prayers as they work tirelessly to help those in need in East Tennessee. And, to finish out our top stories, members of the West Point High School Beta Club recently paid a visit to the Cullman County Animal Shelter as part of their club activities. The students organized a donation drive to gather supplies and support the shelter's operations. The staff and volunteers at the shelter expressed appreciation for the students' efforts and kindness. On social media, the shelter commented, "As a community, we should all be proud of the qualities of leadership, academic achievements, and good character they are all exemplifying. The future certainly looks bright with the representation of these students." This initiative highlights the positive impact that youth can have in their communities through leadership and service. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports.
What's in the magazine? October's peeking in. Oktoberfest in Cullman, let the fun begin. Heroes in our town, business all around, recipes for sharing, joy everywhere found. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears, community so bright, polka through the night. Sports spotlight today, kids come out to play. Fields and courts are buzzing in the autumn sway. Germans came to stay, crafts and brews on display. Cullman's heart is glowing in the polka way. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears, community so bright, polka through the night.
Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. In today's sports segment, let's recap this weekend's biggest college football matchup. Alabama hosted the Georgia Bulldogs at Bryant-Denny Stadium for a battle between top 4 teams Saturday night, and the Crimson Tide were able to fend off a late push from the Bulldogs to secure a massive 41-34 win. Quarterback Jalen Milroe's late 75-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Williams helped to seal the win at Saban Field. The Bulldogs' final drive was halted by Xavier Brown's first career interception, allowing the Tide to run out the remainder of the clock. Alabama jumped out to a 28-0 lead early in the second quarter and went into the locker room with a 30-7 lead at halftime. Georgia rallied in the second half, coming from behind to take a 34-33 lead in the final 3 minutes of the game. but Williams' spectacular touchdown catch put the Tide back in the front and secured a 41-34 win. Milroe finished 27 of 33 through the air, posting a career-high 374 yards and 2 touchdowns. The dual threat quarterback also added 117 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jam Miller's lone catch resulted in a 16-yard receiving score. Williams led all Tide receivers once again, racking up 177 yards on 6 catches, with the final one being the long go-ahead score with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the game. Jeremy Bernard hauled in 5 catches for 25 yards and also had a 7-yard rushing score. The Alabama defense produced 4 total turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 1 fumble to aid in the winning effort. Deontay Lawson led all Tide defenders with 10 tackles, including 2 for a loss, adding a sack and a pass breakup. Damani Jackson finished with 7 tackles and an interception, while Jihad Campbell totaled 4 tackles and an interception as well. As a group, Alabama forced 4 turnovers, broke up 9 passes to go with 3 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, and a safety. Alabama's wins over Georgia was the 300th win at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. The Crimson Tide will travel to Nashville to play Vanderbilt this Saturday at 3:15 p.m. on SEC Network. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be right back after this message. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Secretary of State Wes Allen has announced that sample ballots for the upcoming November 5, 2024 general election can now be accessed on the Secretary of State's official website, alabamavotes.gov. In a statement, Secretary Allen encouraged residents, saying, "I would encourage all Alabamians to review these sample ballots as they get ready to head to the polls on November 5th. The website offers various features to assist Alabamians in preparing for the general election. On Election Day, polling stations will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Voters must present a valid form of photo identification in order to cast their votes." Over the weekend, the Cullman Regional Foundation demonstrated its commitment to improving healthcare access by supporting the Good Samaritan Health Clinic. The Foundation's Board of Trustees pledged an impressive $125,000 to aid in constructing a new clinic site. This generous contribution aims to expand healthcare services for uninsured residents in the Cullman community, highlighting the Foundation's dedication to local health and well-being. On Saturday, Oliver Woodard Stadium at Cullman High School was filled with the vibrant sounds and sights of the 41st Annual Cullman County Band Exhibition. High school bands from 9 area schools gathered to display their marching prowess and halftime performances, refined after months of effort and dedication. Each school's presentation brought its unique flair, adding excitement to the event. As per tradition, Cullman High School capped off the exhibition with their dynamic renditions of tunes from Paul McCartney. The event celebrated not only musical excellence, but also the camaraderie and community spirit among local schools. Find videos from each performance on the Cullman Tribune Facebook or YouTube page. The Cullman County Fair Parade made its way through the heart of town on Saturday, sparking enthusiasm for the upcoming Cullman County Fair. The parade featured beauty queens and sports teams traveling down Highway 31 and delighting children by tossing out candy. This cherished tradition takes place on the Saturday preceding the fair's opening, which this year is set for Thursday, October 3rd. You can check out video from the event on the Cullman Tribune Facebook or YouTube page. Now, for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Welcome back. We're happy to report that there are no obituaries for today. So now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, keep an eye out for a slight 20% chance of showers after 10 a.m. You might also notice some fog hanging around until 11 a.m. Otherwise, it's shaping up to be a mostly cloudy day with the temperature climbing to around 77. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures dipping to about 60. Tomorrow, we're in for a mostly sunny day with some warmth and temperatures reaching up to 81. And tomorrow night, it'll be mostly clear with temperatures again settling to around 60. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But for now, I'm Dustin Isom with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful Monday, Cullman.